Good morning students, welcome back to our economics class. Today we are going to learn a new topic, that is infrastructure, and this is part 1.
Infrastructure. Synopsis, Introduction, Meaning of infrastructure, Importance of infrastructure, State of infrastructure in India, Consumption pattern of energy in India, Power, Challenges in the power sector, Health, Critical assessment of health infrastructure. Introduction. Infrastructure plays an important role in the economic growth of a country. Agriculture, industry, and now increasing the service sector depends heavily on the infrastructural facilities for the growth. So, infrastructure will play an important role for the economic growth, including agriculture, industries, now increasing the service sector. Infrastructure development is also a crucial for social development of a country. Since the economic reforms of 1991 in India, infrastructure development has been accorded high priority by the government. Meaning of infrastructure. Infrastructure refers to all such activities, services and facilities which are needed to provide different kinds of services in an economy. So, the infrastructure services which includes roads, railways, ports, airports, dams, power station, etc. An education system which including schools and colleges. Health system including hospitals. Sanitary system including clean drinking water facilities. Monetary system including banks, insurance and other financial institutions. Let's move on to types of infrastructure. Economic infrastructure, which includes infrastructure associated with energy, transportation, communication. So, economic infrastructure is important to promote economic activities, that is production and trade of goods and services. Social infrastructure, it includes infrastructure associated with education, health and housing. Yes, so social infrastructure consists of a provision of all those services which improve the quality of human resources. So, economic development is not a mere growth in gross domestic product but has its social dimension too. Therefore, both economic and social infrastructure projects have a strong bearing on the process of economic development. A picture of economic development, the social development. Importance of infrastructure. Infrastructure is a support system on which the efficient working of a modern industrial economy depends. Yes, so the importance of infrastructure are: first one, facilitates functioning of the economy. Second, agricultural development. Third, economic development. Fourth, better quality of life. Fifth, provides employment. Sixth one, facilitates outsourcing. So the first one, facilitates functioning of the economy. The functioning of an economy depends on existence of infrastructural facilities. So agriculture, industry and service sector depends heavily on infrastructural facilities for their growth. Now second one, agricultural development. The development of modern agriculture depends on infrastructural facilities like roadways, railway and shipping for speedy and large scale transportation of seeds, pesticides, fertilizers, etc. There is also a need for insurance and banking facilities so that agriculture can operate on a large scale. The third one, economic development. Development of infrastructure and economic development go hand in hand. So agriculture depends on adequate expansion and development of irrigation facilities. And industrial progress depends on development of power, electricity generation, transport and communication. Now the fourth one, better quality of life. well-developed infrastructure leads to better quality of life. Yes, now, the quality of transportation and communication infrastructure can affect access to the healthcare. However, air pollution and safety hazards connected to transportation also affect morbidity, particularly in densely populated area. Let's move on to provides employment. Infrastructure helps in generating employment. Many people get employment in infrastructural projects like construction and maintenance of road, railways, electricity plants, etc. So many more people are able to find employment in industry, trade after the development of strong infrastructure. The last one facilitates outsourcing. A country with advanced infrastructure facilities is able to reap benefits from the outsourcing work. So India is merging as a global destination for BPOs, call centers, etc. due to IT support system and sound infrastructure. So these are the importance of infrastructure, facilitates functioning of the economy, agricultural development, economic development, better quality of life, provides employment, facilitates outsourcing. Now let's move on to state of infrastructure in India. Yes, government has been solely responsible for developing the country's infrastructure. Private sector in joint partnership with the public sector has started playing a very important role in the infrastructure development. A majority of our people live in rural areas. Rural women still use biofuels such as cow dung, fuel wood to meet their energy requirement. Okay. So earlier, the government has been solely responsible for developing the country's infrastructure. However, due to inadequacy of government investment in infrastructure, private sector in joint partnership with the public sector has started playing a very important role in the infrastructural development. A majority of our people lives in a rural area. Yes, so still now the rural women still use biofuels such as cow dung, fuel woods to meet their energy requirements. Rural people have to travel long distance to fetch fuel, water and other basic needs. It is widely understood that infrastructure is a foundation of development. Unless proper attention is to be paid to the development of infrastructure, it is likely to act as a severe constraint on economic development. Yes, so it's very clear, still now the rural people have to travel long distance to fetch fuel, water and other basic needs. Yes, according to the census 2001, only 56% of the rural household had electricity connection. And tap water availability is limited to only 24% rural households, and the remaining households make use of water from open sources like wells, tanks, ponds, etc. Yes, so it is widely understood that infrastructure is a foundation of development. Unless poor attention is paid to the development of infrastructure, it is likely to act as a severe constraint on economic development. Yes, so far we have discussed about introduction of infrastructure, meaning of infrastructure, types of infrastructure, economic infrastructure, social infrastructure. Yes, these are the two types of infrastructure, importance of infrastructure, and at the last, state of infrastructure in India. Thank you, students.